Alright, so that Nintendo Direct yesterday was like way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Um, but man, there was a lot of stuff announced with that thing. And a lot of it like really didn't interest me, but there was a lot there to like unpack. So I'm gonna leave a link at the end of this video and in the description. So go check all that stuff out and go check out the video before this or after this if you don't want to be spoiled, whatever. Um, because I am going to talk about the stuff I remember and the stuff that interested me, which wasn't a lot of stuff, but there was some stuff. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. So if you like the kind of video where I break down the direct and what interests me and stuff like that, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Click the bell button for all notifications. Really helps out the channel a lot. Trying to get to 100,000 subs. I keep losing more subs than I'm gaining subs. So please sub to my channel if you like what I'm doing here, because I'm trying to get to 100,000 subs by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to make it there, but by the end of the year, but God, I'm going to make it there soon, hopefully. Sooner rather than later. But anyway, with your guys' help, I know I can get there. But anyway, let's get on with this video. So the first thing they started out with was Pikmin 4, which I kind of forgot that was even a thing. And even when I did the video on Tuesday talking about it, I completely forgot that was a thing. Because if I would have remembered about it, I would have been like, oh yeah, Pikmin 4 is probably going to be there. But I completely forgot that was a thing. I forget the release date of it. I'll throw up some clips of the trailers if I remember to. Um, but I can't remember the release date of it. Then after that, I don't remember the order of things they did, but they did some Dead Cells like DLC with it's like Dead Cells Castlevania crossover DLC, like Dead Cells Return to Castlevania or something. I don't know. It looked kind of cool, but I don't have Dead Cells and I've never played Dead Cells. I'm not even sure what kind of game Dead Cells is. Dead Cells is. I think it's like a Metroidvania style game. It looked kind of cool, so it kind of made me want to buy Dead Cells to just play that DLC, because I think that's the closest thing to a new like 2D Castlevania we're gonna get, other than like Bloodstained. Um, but there was that. Splatoon 3 DLC, which is pretty cool for Splatoon fans. I've never played Splatoon. I really have no interest in playing Splatoon, mainly because I'm bad at shooters. So like I know I'd be bad at the game, so that's why I don't. That's why I kind of steer clear of that kind of stuff. So that's why I don't play Call of Duty, guys. Stop asking me during streams. Why don't you play Call of Duty? That's why, because I would literally suck at it. You wouldn't want to watch me play Call of Duty, trust me, or any kind of third person or first person shooter. That is why, trust me. You do not want to see me play those games. I suck at them. I'm terrible. That's why. That's why I don't play them. And plus they're like $60. So if I suck at them, I'm basically blowing $60 on a game that I'm gonna be bad at. So that's why. Anyway, that's beyond the point. Then they talked about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, or the Wave. I forget the Wave number. Basically, the expansion pass DLC thing for Mario Kart 8, and they're adding Birdo. I don't know if she's like free or you have to have the expansion thing to have her. I think you have to have the expansion pass, but I'm not sure. And they announced some expansion DLC for Fire Emblem Engage, which seemed kind of weird because that game just came out like not too long ago. So I was like, wow, that's already getting DLC. That game must have sold like really well. And then there was a prequel game to Bayonetta. I don't remember what the hell it was called. But it looked okay. Like it looked less interesting than actual Bayonetta did, or does. So I'm probably not gonna get it because I honestly have no interest in Bayonetta either. But at least Bayonetta looks interesting. Like it kind of looks like God of War in a way. But but yeah, they showed that. Katamari Damacy. It was like reroll something. I forget. It was one of the Katamari Damacy games. They announced that plus like something else with it. I don't remember. I'll throw it up on the screen. I'm trying to remember a lot of the stuff off the top of my head. Then they talked about what the hell was that maraca shaking Dreamcast game called with the monkey? I don't remember the name of it. I'll throw the trailer up, but I can't remember the name of that game. It was like I don't remember what the name of it was called, but I was like, what the F is this? Then there was some like level 5 or like role play like RPG or something like that. I don't know what kind of game it was. It might have been like a turn-based RPG or something. Basically, Level 5 made Dark Cloud. If you guys don't know who Level 5 is, Dark Cloud was like their first game ever, I think. So that game was kind of cool. I forget what it was some weird game. Then there was like an HD remaster of a series of 3 games that were like DS games, I believe. I forget what they were called. It was a weird like dungeon crawler game. I don't remember the name of it. But that was kind of cool. I don't know if I get it because I'm not really into like dungeon crawlers, but that was really cool. Then they announced what was that other DS title that was getting a remaster? I don't remember. It was like some ghost thing. Like you play as a ghost, and he takes over different things like kill people or whatever. I don't know what the hell it was called. It was something. It looked cool, but it wasn't my type of game. So I was like, whatever. And then they randomly announced, like, towards the end of it, Professor Layton. Like, they're making another Professor Layton game. Which I was like, I think the last one was on 3DS, so it's been like a minute since there's been a Professor Layton game, so I guess that's cool. Then they talked about Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe again, about a post-game mode with Megalore that you can get after beating the game, which I wish they would have kept that like kind of on the down low because like that kind of would have been a nice surprise for people that didn't know about it or didn't play the game originally like I didn't. But it looks cool. It's like 4 players. You can play as Megalore. You gotta get his magic back. It looks kind of neat. I don't know. It looks neat. Then out of nowhere, they just announced Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Now, the only issue I have is Game Boy is included with the standard online, the $20 a year thing, but the Game Boy Advance stuff is only included in the expansion pack with the N64 and the Sega Genesis and all that stuff. So that kind of sucks because there were decent games in there like Minish Cap. They showed Metroid Fusion eventually. One of the Kirby games, like one of the Kirby GBA games, I don't remember which one. One of the Golden Suns, I think the first one. Mario 3 with the e-reader levels, so that's kind of cool. That kind of makes me want to do it just for like Metroid Fusion and the Mario levels, because yes, they're on the Wii U, but like I would really rather play them on the Switch. So I kind of want to upgrade to the GBA to get the GBA games, but still, to me, $50 just seems like a lot. Like I feel like now I would at least get my money's worth, but like before, because the N64 games, to be honest, I'm not a huge N64 guy. Like I love a lot of the games on there, but I'm not like the biggest N64 nerd or N64 love. Like I don't have a huge love for that because I really didn't like the controller that much, and it just what a lot of the games were like filler on there. There's like, in my opinion, there's like 20 or 30 really good N64 games that you should own. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Kirby 64, Mario 64, even though I'm not a big fan of it, but you should still have it. Like, it's a staple. Other games like that, but but to me, it's just not worth it. And plus, it was broken when it was released. It still doesn't function super well from what I've heard from people that I know that have it, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. And plus, the N64 controllers are always sold out on the my Nintendo store. So like, I want to play with the official like Nintendo controller and not get one of the third party ones, but they're always sold out, and I'm not paying $120 or whatever they go for on eBay just to get a controller and to play GoldenEye or Zelda or Majora's Mask or whatever. It's just not worth it to me, I don't think. But Game Boy Advance being on there kind of makes me want to do it just because I love the Game Boy Advance. I mean, for crap's sake, I bought a Pocket just so I could play my Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games before I got my white Pocket. So I have two analog Pockets. The other one I'm probably going to wind up selling or something at some point because I don't need to. But that kind of makes it worth it to me. But I don't know. Enough talking about the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. But it's not that huge of a deal. If you have the expansion pass, you're good to go. And it's available right now, as at the time of me recording this video. Like, you can go download that stuff now. But then, out of freaking nowhere, and I was like, I screamed out loud. I was like, no effing way when they did this. I was like, no fucking way. They announced Metroid Prime Remastered. I've been hearing rumors about this, and people were saying online, oh, it's already done, it's being worked on, Retro Studio, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, then where is it? You've said that for like 6 months, over a year. Where is it? That's why I never talked about it. I don't talk about rumors and stuff, because why would they hold it? And they also talked about, they also finally announced, before I get back to Metroid, they also announced Advance Wars Reboot Camp 1 and 2 finally getting released after being delayed because of the Ukraine and Russia stuff, which I get, Nintendo, but like, why did you delay it for like half a year? I think it was like half a year, or like 7 or 8 months or something like that. Almost, it might have been more than that. I don't even remember when it was originally supposed to come out. But that comes out April something. I don't remember. But back to Metroid, that blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. They announced Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, I know a lot of people prefer Metroid Prime to like classic Metroid, like Super Metroid Fusion, all that stuff. Now, I admittedly have never played Metroid Prime. I watched my brother play it, my younger brother play it back in the day. And it looked cool, but like I said, I was always bad at first person shooters, and that's basically what that is. So I never played it because I hated the control scheme. It was just wonky, and two, I was bad at it. I tried to play it, and I was bad at it, so I let him play through it. He was better than I was, so I was like, here, you play through it. You're better than I am, so just play through it. So that's what he did. He played through it. Well, I didn't watch him play through the entire game, but I know he did. But I didn't watch throughout the entire game. But with it coming out on the Wii, I was like, okay, cool. They updated the controls, made the aiming better with the nunchuck. Couldn't play it that way because my cerebral palsy, so couldn't play that version, the Metroid Prime trilogy. And now today with the Switch, they said they modernized the controls to use the dual sticks for like aiming and looking around. And I'm like, okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. Hopefully it has the inverted up and down look. Yes, I'm weird. I'm used to doing it that way because of GoldenEye. So just whatever. I'm used to it that way. I know it's weird, but I'm used to it. So hopefully that's a thing. Hopefully you can invert the up and down axis looking, because that'll be if that's how it is. If not, I can just adapt to it. But I was more excited than I thought I would be if that happened, because like I said, I was never a big fan of Metroid Prime, but now I kind of want to give it another chance. And admittedly, it doesn't look like they did a whole lot to it. Like the lighting's definitely improved. The the textures are definitely improved, but really it doesn't look like they had to do a whole hell of a lot to it. At least to me. Like to me, like watching comparison videos, you can tell the difference, but like to me, all they would have had to do is clean up the textures a little bit and it would have been fine. Because still, that game was one of the best looking GameCube games to date, I think. And I don't think anyone's going to argue with me with that. But I was super excited about that for some reason. And it's weird. It's available right now digitally, and in like 2 weeks from yesterday, I believe it's coming out physically. So I'm going to wait 2 weeks to play it. And I'm not going to pre-order it yet because I want to see if they're going to do some like special edition or collector's edition, or like GameStop doing some weird poster, or I don't know. I just had a weird thought. I wonder if they're going to add amiibo support. Probably not. Wait a minute. Whoa. I literally just thought of something. How are they going to do the one thing with the Metroid Fusion link up that you could do to get the Fusion suit? Or whatever it was. I think it was the Fusion suit. They could get, like, if you had a GBA link cable, you could, like, there was a setting to, like, at the main menu to, like, link Metroid Fusion with Prime or something. And I believe you got the Fusion suit. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But how are they going to do that? I guess if... Oh, that would suck if they did it that way, though. Oh, if they did it that way, that would suck. Because the only way they could do it that way is if you had the expansion pack with Metroid Fusion when it comes out. Because as far as I know, Metroid Fusion's not included yet. I'm not sure if it is. I don't know if they said the entire list of games that was included at launch. But man, I just thought about that. I mean, they could do it if you have a Samus amiibo. I don't think there's amiibo functionality, though. I really don't. Someone let me know that bought the digital version if there's amiibo support, because I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I think that's it. Besides, like, they showed another Tears of the Kingdom trailer for Zelda, of course, because why wouldn't they? It comes out in like 3 months? A little more than that? So, that's going to get its own direct for sure. But man, there was a lot of stuff here. Like I said, I'll leave a link below in the description for all that stuff. I think to make it easier on me, I'm not going to like edit videos in the video. I'm not going to edit the trailers in there, because I just want to get this video out while it's still like kind of relevant, even though it'll go up Friday for my normal peeps. But you guys on my Patreon will see it like today. So if you want to see early access to my videos, you can go to my Patreon. $5 a month helps out the channel a lot, and you get early access to videos like this one. So, and you get a write-up. I haven't done a write-up in a while, but I've been busy playing a bunch of stuff. So I know my Patreon supporters are on its side, but I'll do one probably tomorrow, because I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow. So I'll get one out for you guys tomorrow. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you do support me on Patreon, Shout outs go to my Patreon supporters. Matt Y99, Reaper7734, Titled Cow, Harry Fernandez, AJ Katawa, Oliver Frederick, Zual Atfi, I almost said someone else that dropped their pledge. Oops. It's me, Charlize, Joe, William Swift, Griff17, Charlie McKean, Reverse Security, Zoo Hall, Artistic Tomahawk, Prelab, Just Drew, Ari Munsane, HHG Fan, George McConnell, Extinctus, Elliot Scott, and No Name. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It really does help out a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all my members that support me as well. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this channel. And I wouldn't keep doing it without all the support I get from you guys. So thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments about this Nintendo Direct. What are you guys looking forward to? And what do you think about Metroid Prime Remastered? And Nintendo, does that mean you're going to do Metroid Prime 2 and 3? Where are those at? Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's it. Peace.